She threw the remote. It hit my head. Blood trickled down my face, and I just stood there holding our son. Then she said it, smirked. "He's not even yours." I froze. My world cracked like glass under a boot. And then she laughed. That high fake laugh I used to think was cute. I saw red. Everything changed. Name's Cal, 32. I install commercial AC units in Mississippi. Been doing it since I dropped out of community college after Mom got cancer. It's honest work. Long hours, sweat, back pain. But it pays, and I'm damn good at it. I met Sierra, 29, on a service call 3 years ago. She was the receptionist at a strip mall dentist's office. I came to fix their busted unit in July. Place was hotter than the devil's ass, and she brought me a Coke with ice and this crooked smile that said, "I know I'm trouble." I should have run that day. We started dating within a week. She moved in 4 months later because her roommate was a psycho, and Cal, your bed's more comfortable anyway. I didn't argue. I liked coming home to her. She was wild. Funny, had this blunt way of talking that made everything feel raw and real. 6 months in, she told me she was pregnant, claimed her IUD failed. I was stunned. We hadn't planned anything. Hell, we barely paid rent on time. But I sucked it up, took extra shifts, sold my fishing boat, told myself we'd make it work. That this was the universe telling me to grow the hell up. Her pregnancy was rough. She threw up every morning like clockwork, screamed at me for buying the wrong type of pickles, cried because her feet swelled, then laughed and kissed me, said she was lucky to have me. I believed her. But the weirdness started early. She kept locking her phone, flipped out once when I glanced at it, said it was HIPAA protected because of patient info from work. Girl was a dental receptionist. What confidential info? The molar gossip? Then came Kyle. Her new co-worker, the way she said his name like a damn song. Kyle thinks I should eat more protein. Kyle's girlfriend's a nurse. Kyle. Then, silence. Suddenly, he was Voldemort. She'd flinch if I asked about him. I should have pushed harder. But I didn't. I was tired. Working 6 days a week to prep for this kid. Building the crib, painting the nursery with her dad. I told myself she was just stressed. Hormones, whatever. Fast forward, baby boy Jace, born 2 weeks early, screamed like a banshee coming out. I cried when they handed him to me, cut the cord, held his wrinkly little body against mine, thought, this is it. I'm a dad. First red flag? He didn't look like me. At all. Pale skin. Hazel eyes. I'm Cherokee. And Greek. I tan in the moonlight. Sierra's blonde and freckled. Maybe recessive genes? I convinced myself of that. Then her mom gave me a look in the hospital hallway. This pitying, guilt-soaked look. Said, "You're a good man, Cal. Just remember that." What the hell did that mean? I asked Sierra. She said her mom was just emotional. Okay, first month was chaos. No sleep. Cracked nipples. Hers. Diapers. But we powered through. Until one night at her parents' place, everything imploded. We're sitting there eating BBQ. Her dad's flipping channels. Lands on one of those trashy court shows. Paternity test drama. "I told you I ain't the daddy!" Some guy's screaming while the girl sobs into her hands. I chuckle. Sierra? She laughs too. But it's weird, high-pitched, wild. She's holding Jace in her lap, and out of nowhere she says, "What if you're not his dad either?" She giggles, like it's a joke. Her parents freeze. TV still blaring. Her mom drops a fork. Her dad looks like he wants to disappear into the wall. I don't laugh. I just stare at her. "What?" She shrugs. "I'm joking. Relax." But I wasn't relaxed. Not even close. My gut clenched so hard I thought I'd puke. I excused myself. Took a walk outside. Chain-smoked 3 cigarettes I'd sworn I quit. That night, I brought it up in bed. Calm, gentle. Trying not to sound crazy. "That joke earlier kinda messed me up," she snapped. "Jesus, Cal, you always take things so seriously. It was just a joke." Then turned over and muttered, "You've always been insecure." I didn't sleep a second. The next few days I watched her closer. She got real clingy. Kept trying to touch me. Call me babe every 5 seconds. Kept the baby away from me more too. Said, "He's fussy, needs his mom." That didn't sit right. Then, a week later, I caught her on the phone with her sister. Door half open. I wasn't trying to eavesdrop, but her voice was loud. "I know. I shouldn't have said it. I don't know what came over me." His face, though? Priceless. Her sister laughed. Did he ask about Kyle? Sierra didn't. Answer. I didn't wait. I walked straight in. She jumped when she saw me. Who's Kyle? Silence. Then, he quit. Moved away. I asked, did you sleep with him? She looked at me like I'd slapped her. You're insane. But I saw it. That flicker, that split-second flash of panic before she masked it with rage. I dropped it. For now. But I ordered a DNA kit the next day. The DNA kit sat in my truck under the seat for 3 days. Every time I reached for it, my hand would shake. I'd pull it back like it was a live grenade. Like testing my son's DNA would blow my whole damn world apart. But then, I'd see Sierra, staring at Jace like she was guarding a secret, or feel her flinch when I mentioned how he looked nothing like me. Then I knew. I had to do it. It was Friday. She was in the shower. I stood over the crib, swab in hand, heart pounding so loud I thought it would wake the baby. Jace slept like an angel, little lips twitching, fist by his face. I hope I'm wrong, I whispered. I hope to God I'm wrong. I swabbed his cheek, then mine, sealed them, boxed it, drove straight to the UPS store and paid for next-day delivery with Rush Lab processing. It cost $274. The clerk looked me dead in the eye and said, hope you get the answer you want, man. I didn't even blink. So do I. The wait? Pure hell. Sierra had no clue. She kept acting like everything was fine, like we were the perfect little family, posting filtered selfies with captions like, family life, heart full, while I was dying inside. Every cry Jace made felt like a dagger. Every time I held him, I wondered, am I just a babysitter in this picture-perfect lie? Then Tuesday morning, the email came. Subject line, paternity test results. Urgent. My hands were wet with sweat. I sat in the work truck, engine running. Staring at my cracked screen, I clicked it. Read one line. Probability of paternity, 0.00%. I don't even remember screaming, but my coworker Mark said I did. Said I sounded like a man who'd just been shot. I didn't show up for the rest of the day. Drove aimlessly for hours. Parked behind an abandoned car wash and just cried. That gut-wrenching, choking cry no man ever wants to admit he's felt. I punched the dashboard so hard I dislocated a finger. I wanted to die, but instead, I plotted. That night, Sierra kissed me when I walked in. You smell like oil and sweat, she said with a smirk. Rough day, I replied. She didn't even notice the bruising on my knuckles. I let it sit for 2 days. Let her laugh. Let her cuddle close at night, wrapping around me like a python made of lies. Then Thursday came. She handed me the baby and said she was going out with her friends. Mom's wine night, she said, winking. I smiled. Have fun. But the second, the door closed, I was moving. Packed Jace's diaper bag. Called my cousin. She's a nurse, no kids, lives across town. Can he stay the night? I asked, voice shaking. She didn't even hesitate. Course, what's going on? I'll explain tomorrow, I muttered. I dropped Jace off, kissed his head, tried not to fall apart. Then I drove home and waited. She got back at 1:12 a.m., stumbling, laughing, smelling like tequila and Chanel. She froze when she saw the empty crib. Her voice cracked. Where is he? I was sitting in the dark, just waiting. He's safe, I said. She blinked. What the hell does that mean? I stood, tossed her a folder. What's this? DNA results. She went pale. So pale I thought she'd faint. No, you didn't. You said you trusted me. Read it. She fumbled it open, saw the number, 0%, and collapsed to her knees. Her whole body shook. I can explain. No, you can't. My voice was like ice. You let me name him. You let me sign the birth certificate. You watch me cry in the delivery room. I didn't know. I thought he might be yours. Might? I didn't mean to lie. I was scared. Then it hit me. Was it Kyle? She looked up. Her mouth twitched. That was all the answer I needed. I knelt down, level with her. Here's how this goes. You tell me everything, every dirty, miserable detail. And then you leave. Tonight. Or I take these papers to the courthouse first thing in the morning, and I take you and Kyle both down with me. She stared. What about Jace? I exhaled. That's when it hurt the most. He's not mine. She sobbed on the kitchen floor for 20 minutes straight. I didn't know for sure, she kept saying. It was one time. Just once. I thought it was yours. One time? I barked. You're gonna sit there surrounded by your own lies and expect me to believe that? Sierra curled up tighter like a child. I was drunk! He was going through a breakup! It meant nothing! Oh, yeah? I hissed. So why'd you cut me off cold the week after you accidentally got pregnant? Why'd you stop letting me touch you? Why'd your mom start giving me those pitiful eyes like I was the damn neighbor's dog? She looked up. I was scared. I didn't know how to tell you. I thought once Jace was born, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter? My voice cracked. I couldn't help it. I'd given up everything for this family, worked weekends, sold my boat, missed my cousin's wedding to paint a nursery she knew I didn't belong in. You let me fall in love with that kid, I said. You made me love him. And that was the cruelest part, because I still did. Even now, knowing the truth, I could still hear Jace's laugh in my head. See his gummy little grin when I whistled. That kid had no idea he was born into a storm. I stood up. My legs shook. She tried to grab my hand. Cal, please. We can still be a family. We can fix this. I yanked my arm away so fast she fell back again. We don't exist anymore. Then I threw her one final demand. You've got 24 hours to get your stuff and get out. I'll text you where Jace is. He's safe and happy. Probably happier than he's been in this house of lies. She started hyperventilating, like full-on panic attack mode. Too bad. I walked out and slammed the door behind me. I didn't go back the next day. Didn't want to see her pack, cry, pretend she was the victim. Instead, I met with a lawyer. I needed blood, legally. Turns out, Mississippi law isn't kind to men in my situation. If your name is on the birth certificate, you're the legal father, even with DNA proof to the contrary. Unless you challenge paternity within a specific time frame, my lawyer explained, you could be responsible for child support for 18 years. My stomach twisted. What if I file now? I asked. He flipped a few pages in his binder. You're still inside the deadline. Barely. But we'll need to act fast and make damn sure this Kyle guy steps up. Oh, I had plans for Kyle. I found him on Facebook in under 30 seconds. Profile picture, shirtless in a gym mirror. Caption, push harder, earn it. What a tool. I didn't message him, not yet. Instead, I let Sierra know through my lawyer that I was filing a petition to disestablish paternity, and that we'd be requesting a court-ordered test for the biological father. Her response? She showed up at my cousin's house screaming, I'm his mother! You can't do this! Jace started, wailing the second she raised her voice. My cousin opened the door deadpan. Keep screaming, Sierra. I'm recording. I'll post this online so fast your job will fire you before you hit the driveway. Sierra shut up fast. She grabbed Jace and peeled out of the driveway like a bat out of hell. That night, her dad, Gus, called me. Son, he began, voice heavy. I know this is bad, but Sierra's falling apart. She's not herself. Maybe she should have thought about that before lying to me for a year, I snapped. She was scared. I cut him off. So was I. Every day. Scared I wasn't. Enough? Scared I'd mess up? But I still showed up. Gus sighed. You were the best thing that ever happened to her. Tell that to Kyle. Click. The next week was a whirlwind. Court papers filed. Sierra served. She sent me a text. He's still your son in the ways that matter. I didn't reply. Then came the hearing. Kyle showed up looking like a hungover frat boy, wore a wrinkled polo shirt and mirrored sunglasses inside the courtroom. This judge barely looked at him before ordering the paternity test. Sierra looked like death warmed over, hair in a bun, makeup running, like she'd been crying for days. But when the judge said, Mr. Landry will have no further rights unless the test proves otherwise, she glared at me like I'd stabbed her in the heart. Funny. I'd been living, with a knife in mine for months. 2 weeks later, the results came in. Kyle, 99.98% match. I almost laughed. When Sierra found out, she texted me 3 words. You were right. No apology. No remorse. Just that. I ignored it until she showed up again. But this time, she wasn't alone. She brought Jace with her, and she wasn't crying. She was smiling. Guess who doesn't want custody? She said, her tone sugary and venomous. Blinked. Kyle? She nodded. Says he's not ready to be a dad. Says you already are. I stepped back. No. No way. Her smile widened. Looks like you're stuck with us after all. I shut the door in her face, didn't even let her step inside. Sierra stood there on the porch with Jace on her hip, still smirking like this was all just a game she was winning. You're not welcome here, I said through the door. She knocked. Again. Louder. Jace started fussing. You can't ignore us forever, she yelled. You're the only dad he knows. I nearly kicked the door down from the inside. My fists clenched, jaw locked. Only Dad, he knows! That's because she fed him alive from the moment he was born. Because she used my heart like a leash, like a fucking insurance policy. She left after 10 minutes, but I knew that wasn't the end. The next morning, she posted pictures on Facebook, Jace in his swing. Caption, "He misses his daddy. Some men are only fathers when it's convenient." I didn't comment, but my mom saw it. Called me crying. "Cal, are you okay? People think you abandoned your son." That's when I knew. Sierra wasn't just playing the wounded mother card. She was rewriting the story, painting herself as the victim, me as the villain, the deadbeat who walked away from his own child. I screenshot everything, sent it, all to my lawyer. He told me 2 words: cease, desist. We served her formally within 48 hours, a legally binding order to stop using my name, my photos, or implying paternity in any public space. Her response? She posted a new picture. Jace, crying. Caption, "Some people need court orders to forget they have a family." That was the last straw. I went back to court, filed for a full disestablishment of paternity rights and responsibilities. Final, permanent, irreversible. My lawyer said, "Once this goes through, you're free. But so is she. No more contact. No more baby pictures. No more legal ties." "I want it," I said, my voice hoarse. "All of it. I wasn't doing this halfway. I'd rather mourn a lie in peace than live chained to it." Then Sierra showed up at my work, in the damn warehouse, where I'd just clocked out. She walked straight past the front desk, carrying Jace, like we were some broken family on a sitcom reunion. My boss called me over the radio. "Dude, your girl's here with the kid." "She's not my girl," I growled. When I walked out, she was standing by the soda machine, rocking Jace on her hip like nothing had happened. "You're violating the court order," I said flatly. She stepped closer. "Jace hasn't stopped asking for you. He calls for his daddy every night." My voice dropped. "He's 10 months old, Sierra. He doesn't even know what daddy means yet. He just knows comfort, warmth, milk. And you made sure I was those things before you ripped it away." She didn't flinch. Instead, she leaned in and whispered, "You can stop pretending. You love him. You'll never stop. Doesn't matter what paper says." I stepped back. "You're sick," I said, louder than I meant to. "You're weaponizing a baby to fill the void you created." She blinked, eyes glassy. "You think I wanted this? You think I wanted Kyle to vanish? I chose you because I thought you were better than him. You didn't choose me," I spat. "You trapped me." Security escorted her out. My coworkers stared, whispered, texted behind my back for days. That night, I drank a bottle of bourbon and stared at the ceiling for 4 straight hours. Couldn't sleep, couldn't breathe. I miss Jace. That's the messed up part. I missed the giggle he did when I made fart noises. I missed his baby shampoo smell. I missed the way he reached for me like I was his whole world. But he wasn't. Mine. He never had been. The court hearing was scheduled 2 weeks later. Sierra didn't show. Her lawyer did. Alone. Judge asked, "Is the defendant aware of the consequences of not contesting this?" Her lawyer nodded. "She accepts them. She will not pursue further contact." The gavel came down. Like thunder, it was over. 3 days later, I got a letter. Handwritten. No return address. Just my name on the front. Inside, 1 sheet. Her handwriting. "I hope you sleep well, because he cries for you every night. I hope your pride keeps you warm while he calls another man daddy. He'll forget you, just like you forgot him." There was something else. A Polaroid, Jace in his crib. Face red from crying. I burned it. Then I blocked her number, changed mine, deleted every picture, every video, every trace. But the ghost? He stayed. In dreams. In the smell of baby lotion in the aisle at Target. In the soft sound of lullabies on. The TV in waiting rooms. You don't just forget a child, even when he was never yours to begin with. 3 months. That's how long it took for the silence to turn from heavy to liberating. No more late-night crying fits. No more court dates. No more damn Polaroids slipped under my door like some twisted emotional blackmail. Just peace. Or so, I thought, until Sierra's newest stunt hit my inbox like a grenade. It was a GoFundMe titled, "Single Mother Betrayed by Her Son's Father. Please Help." I wish I was kidding. Thumbnail? A blurry photo of Jace with a pacifier in his mouth and red cheeks captioned, "He just wants his daddy back." Her fundraising goal, $15,000. For legal fees, she wrote. For my son's future. For therapy. For the pain of abandonment. I laughed so hard I nearly dropped my phone in the damn toilet. Abandonment? Lady, I was frauded, tricked, legally swindled, and now she wanted sympathy money from strangers who didn't know the full story. Worse, she used my name. Right there in the third paragraph. Calder Wexley walked out on us the moment the truth got inconvenient. He rejected the baby he raised. Now I'm alone, and my son's confused, crying, and traumatized. Oh, hell no. You want war? You just got it. I took screenshots, every single word, every comment, every pity donation. Then I made a burner account, posted, the truth, point by point, no emotion, no swearing, just pure surgical breakdown. Calder Wexley was not the father. DNA test proved 0% paternity. He was tricked into raising a child who wasn't his, and when the truth came out, he exited the lie. The mother, Sierra, refused to tell the biological father until court forced her. This fundraiser is fraud. People ate it up. The post went viral in a parenting subreddit within hours. Someone cross-posted it on Facebook. Then TikTok.comments flooded her GoFundMe like a tidal wave. Wait, so you lied about paternity and now you want donations? Where's Kyle? Shouldn't he be footing the bill? Girl, this is why men get DNA tests. I didn't write any of those. I didn't have to. The internet did the work for me. By day 2, she shut down the fundraiser. By day 3, she deleted all her social media accounts. But I wasn't done yet. See, Sierra had kept her job at the dental clinic all this time, small place, locally owned, family-friendly, good Yelp reviews. So, I wrote a little letter, anonymous, of course. Just a friendly tip. One of your employees is using patient privacy laws to excuse hiding infidelity. Claimed HIPAA protections to keep secrets from her live-in partner while pregnant with another man's child. Might want to consider how that looks from a liability standpoint. Was it petty? Oh, absolutely. But remember, I lost a year of my life, thousands of dollars, and nearly went bankrupt from child support filings for a kid who shared 0% of my DNA. I deserved a little petty. 2 weeks later, a friend told me Sierra was between jobs. Heartbreaking. I almost lit a candle. And yet, despite the chaos, the therapy, the grief, I still couldn't shake one thing. Jace. I saw a little boy in a restaurant once, dragging a stuffed duck behind him. Same duck I used to make dance during. Diaper changes. I sat in my car for an hour after that, unable to drive. I hated her. But I missed him. Then the final nail hit. A letter. Certified mail. From her lawyer. Petition for visitation consideration. My mouth went dry. She was filing to give me visitation, like some twisted encore to a tragedy that should have ended at curtain call. My lawyer was stunned. She's requesting you be given non-parental visitation. She's arguing that since you formed a bond with the child, it's in his emotional interest to maintain contact. I stared at him. You mean, she's asking the court to force me back into her kid's life? He nodded, grim. Legally, it's rare, but some judges are sympathetic, especially if the child sees you as a father figure. My jaw tightened. I haven't seen him in months. She made sure of that. She's gambling on emotional appeal. If the judge bites, it could get complicated. I stood up. Then we give them 0 reasons to bite. We filed a counter-motion the next day. Request to bar all future claims of non-parental visitation. In plain English? If I said no now, she couldn't ask again. That hearing was brutal. She wore a beige turtleneck and no makeup, holding Jace in. Her lap like a living exhibit. He was quiet, confused, kept staring at me like I was familiar, but fading. I didn't flinch. When the judge asked if I wished to pursue contact, I said, "No, Your Honor. I was deceived. I was never given a choice in the beginning, and I am not asking for one now." Sierra's eyes filled. "But he loves him, and that's on you," I replied. "You built that. You faked that. Now you live with that." The judge ruled, in my favor. Final. No appeals, no future claims, no more court. When I walked out of that building, the sky looked different. Brighter. Free. 9 months passed. No messages, no visits, no more lawyers, no more games, no more lies. Just me, silence, and possibility. For a while, I didn't know what to do with peace. It felt foreign, like walking barefoot after years of wearing steel-toed boots. I kept waiting for another shoe to drop, but it didn't. Instead, life started growing again. Little things. I fixed the truck, finally patched that leak under the kitchen sink, started running again, slowly, 1 mile at a time. I adopted a dog from the shelter. Her name was Ruby. Big ears, bigger heart. She followed me around like I was the center of the universe, which was honestly the kind of love I needed. And therapy? Yeah. I stuck with it, week after week, peeling back layers I didn't know I had. Guilt, rage, shame, all of it. I told my therapist once, "It feels like I'm mourning a kid who never existed." She said, "You're not mourning him. You're mourning the version of you that believed." And damn, that hit hard. I stopped looking at baby aisles. I stopped checking Sierra's old socials. I stopped counting how many nights I woke up from dreams where Jace said Dada and vanished. Before I could touch him, I healed, and then I met someone. Her name was Brenna, firecracker of a woman. Bartender, sharp as a blade and absolutely no time for bullshit. We met at a friend's birthday party. She challenged me to a game of darts. I lost, twice. She bought me a drink and said, "You got sad eyes. What's your story, tragedy boy?" And for some reason, I told her all of it. No sugarcoating, no punchlines, just the raw, ugly truth. She listened, didn't flinch, didn't pity me. Then she leaned in and whispered, "You survived hell. That makes you dangerous." We started dating 2 weeks later. She made me laugh again. She made me want again. We didn't rush it. No baby talk, no promises, just realness. She didn't need saving. Neither did I. We just wanted something true. Fast forward 6 months. We're at a small music festival. Her thing, not mine. Hot as hell, standing in line for beer when someone taps my shoulder. I turn. It's Kyle. That Kyle. Hair longer, skinny, hollow-eyed. He looks like someone who's lost everything, and maybe he has. I stiffen. "What do you want?" He looks down. Won't meet my eyes. I just wanted to say thank you. I blink. For what? He swallows hard. For stepping up. When I didn't. For being there, even if it wasn't real. For protecting Jace. From me. I just stare. Brenna steps forward. "You have 10 seconds to explain before I break your kneecaps with my sandal." Kyle laughs nervously. "I signed my rights away. Didn't even fight it. I knew I wouldn't be a good father. Still, ain't. I'm clean now. Been in rehab. Just needed you to know. I'm sorry." I nod once. That's all I give him. He walks away. No fanfare. Later, Brenna and I sit on a picnic blanket, drinking warm beer and watching fireworks light up the sky. She leans against me. "You okay?" "Yeah," I say. Then I reach into my wallet. I'd kept one thing, one photo. Not of Jace. Of, me, day he was born. Holding him in the hospital. My face red from crying. Pure awe in my eyes. I pass it to her. She looks at it, smiles. "You were ready." "I was," I say. "Still are," she replies softly, and something shifts. I don't know where life's going next, but I know I'm not broken. I know I was a good father to a boy who didn't share my blood. I know I was strong enough to walk away when loving him started costing me myself. And most of all, I know I'm not afraid of starting over anymore, because I already survived the worst betrayal life could throw at me, and came out stronger. And here it is, the finale of today's story. Did everything turn out as you imagined, or did it end unexpectedly? I'd love to hear what you think. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and let's dive into the discussion together. If this story kept you in suspense, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't signed up yet, what are you waiting for? This is your chance to join an incredible community where exciting new stories unfold every day. Click the subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay up to date. Thanks for your attention and see you on your new adventures.